Hi everybody, welcome to Life with Sharon. Today we're going to do it yourself home air freshener wall refills because they're cheaper and healthier and easy. Um, I have a very hard time with all of the chemicals that are in your Febreze and your air wicks and all those aerosol and just chemically filled oil fragrances. However, I do like the smell of them, so I'm going to do my own little version of it. So what I did is I purchased some of the Febreze refills. This is actually a holiday special one. It's apple cinnamon. It's super strong, and I'm going to be replacing that with bergamot fragrance oil. It's an essential oil that I'm going to be using. I do not have the almond oil or sesame oil or any of those mild oils. I do have coconut oil. However, where I'm located, it's cold, so it has solidified, and I'm worried that it would solidify in the air freshener. So I'm going to use some extra light olive oil as a carrier oil because you do not want to use these oils without that. So the first step that we are going to be doing is we are going to be replacing, or not replacing, but we're going to take off the caps. So these are caps, and underneath the caps are wicks. These are the wicks. Okay, so I wanted to get in here and hopefully you guys can watch what I'm doing because I already took the first one off. These are actually really easy to take off. They are very oily. So what you do is you just get your fingernails under there, and as you can see, I don't really have like a lot of fingernails, and you just pop these off. Now technically I don't know if you're supposed to dump this down the sink or not, or in the trash. So I think I'll just dump this in the trash. 1 second. Okay, so technically the next step that you're going to be doing is you're going to be washing these out really well. Really well. I'm going to use some Dawn soap here because you want to get all of that chemical out of the bottle, right? So I'm just using a little straw brush here. You can see, and just really kind of getting all of that in there. I'll be cleaning that out later. And using as hot as water as I can actually manifest with my hands here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get this good and clean. The next thing you want to do is really clean out the wicks as well, which again I'm using the Dawn to do that. Boy, that stuff is oily, I tell you what. Whew, and strong. Very strong. And you know, these fragrances have so many like cancer-causing chemicals, lung irritant chemicals, just all kinds of shit in them. Wow. This is like burning my eyes. That is a lot of chemicals, right? Jesus. Really spread this up a lot. So if you're doing this for the first time and you have some lung stuff, I would probably maybe wear a mask or definitely in a ventilated, big space. So this is definitely giving off a ton of fragrance, and it's extremely strong. I actually gotta open up the kitchen window a little bit. It's very strong. Alright, and so as I'm trying to get this as clean as possible, so while I'm cleaning this, I want to let you guys know too, Just to kind of take a note here on oils that are actually you're not able to use. So you might want to jot these down. Do not use hyssop, parsley seed, camphor, pennyroyal, tarragon, wintergreen, or wormwood oils as fragrances. They do not burn. They're not meant for this. We do not use it. Actually, a pretty popular one is to use peppermint oil or lavender oil. Those are pretty popular. Berries, that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm going to use the bergamot because I think that this smells nicely and it's not too overbearing. Okay, so this is as good as that is going to get. Okay, so this is what they look like now that they're all washed out. The problem is they have to dry like really, really well. I've seen some people say to let them dry for 24 hours. That way they're like super duper dry, probably because of the wicks. So I will go ahead and do that. And then tomorrow I will show you how to add the essential oils and the carrier oil. If you are impatient and want to go ahead and just bust ahead of time and do that and not wait to 24 hours, then basically you would add 15 to 20 drops of your essential oil that you're planning on using. Lemongrass would also be a really good one to use as well. And then you're going to use a little bit of the carrier oil, whichever one that you're choosing to use, and you'll mix that up. Now, you see this line right here, like where my finger is, where it bellows over that little lip right there is where that you don't want to go past that when you fill these little bottles up, okay? Because the wicks, when you put them in, they're going to make it rise. You don't want to spill everywhere. You want to leave some room for it. Also, to note is that mixing up the different oils, the essential oil and the regular oil, you're really only going to need like the size of, like if you were to go to a fast food place and you get like one of those little dips, like ranch or honey mustard or whatever, it's really going to be that size and it's not even going to be that full. So keep that in mind when you're doing your concoction. Anyways, then you fill it all up and you put the wicks back on and you push these wicks until they pop back on. And then you can either use the caps if you're not using it right away as a refill, or you just pop it back into the wall plug-in unit. And there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own healthier version, much cheaper wall air fresheners. All right, have a great day. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.